It's almost half past the hour on your Tuesday. Now to another case we've been following closely from day one. The family of college student Riley Strain, who was found dead in a river in Nashville, says the facts from the night he died, they just don't add up. Riley disappeared after he was kicked out of a bar on March 8th. He was in Nashville with his fraternity brothers and friends from the University of Missouri for their formal that weekend. But now, weeks after his body was found, it's a text message that Riley sent to his mom that night that's bothering her. She shared that message with senior national correspondent Brian Entin during their exclusive sit-down interview. Brian joins me live now. Brian, what was the text message that he sent to mom, and why was it so disturbing to her?
Yeah, this is the first time that the family is talking about this. It was really a very, very emotional interview, Mark. You can imagine Riley went missing the beginning of March. His body was discovered in Nashville a couple of weeks later. We obviously covered the story really extensively. Their focus was so much on finding Riley, but now they say that they've sort of had a moment to process all of this as they continue to grieve. There are so many more questions and things that have come up, and one of those questions has to do with the text message that you just mentioned. It's a conversation that Riley had with his mother before he went missing and left the bar about the way his drink tasted. And again, this is the first time she has spoken about this, but it could be very, very important when it comes to what happened here. Now listen to what she told me, Markie.
He had sent me a text and said that he had he was drinking a rum and coke and it didn't taste good. And I said, well, you probably shouldn't drink it then. He goes, well, it tastes like barbecue. And I go, well, that sounds awful. And he said, well, it sounds good, but it's not.
When a rum and coke normally tastes the same, I mean, that's not something that you really normally tastes any different.
Right.
It has a very consistent taste.
Yes, yes. And that's why I'm like, you probably shouldn't drink that then.
Do you think that could have something to do with what happened?
Yeah, maybe there was something in it that shouldn't have been.
And so, Markie, this is now one of the things that the family is zeroing in on, questioning, could this have had something to do with him disappearing that night? Could he have been roofied? Is this the reason that he ended up in the river? It's something they're looking into, and it's a new revelation we're going to get into tonight. We're going to have the full conversation on Banfield tonight. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern, Markie.
Yeah, it makes no sense that that drink would have tasted like barbecue. And I know the two of them had a close relationship, right? I mean, this was a mother and son who checked in multiple times a day with one another. And Brian, are police still actively, investigating as to what happened that night, or has that kind of been called off?
Yeah, well, first to the first part of what you said, I think it's one of the most heartbreaking things about this whole story is that they were so close, that mom and son. He was an only child. He had been FaceTiming her from the bar that night. They talked all the time, and she knew her son very well. And she says it doesn't make sense, she says, the way that it's explained to her that all of this went down. She's really, really interested in that drink. And the investigation, the police say it's pretty much not ongoing right now. They are waiting on the toxicology results, but there is now a state investigation that we've learned about, which is also new, which could be zeroing in on what happened in the bar that has to do with the drink. And that's something else we're going to talk about for the first time tonight on Banfield.
Yeah, we'll be watching closely. That family has been in our thoughts and prayers, and I know you've kept a spotlight on it yourself. Brian, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.